Hey everyone, today I wanted to make a quick video talking about the recent change Hasbro made to the vintage collection packaging. They have finally improved the cardstock that they're using for the figures. When they did the first run of these figures 10 plus years ago, this cardstock was great. It was strong, it was firm, you didn't get warping, and the condition of the cards was overall better. But when they relaunched the vintage collection line, unfortunately, they used some pretty thin cardstock, and it was very common to find cards warped right out of the box, and they would tend to warp over time if you did not put them in a protective case. And while this is great to see, I noticed something going through some recent cases I had acquired of newer figures that have the cardstock that I'm wondering if this is a wider spread issue for other collectors. The thicker cardstock just started showing up on recent arrivals, and the first full wave to have it is this specialty retailer re-release with Mace, Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, and then some standalone exclusives such as the Old Republic Trooper re-release from Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney, and then there's the ARC Trooper Umbra Operative as well, and that's the one I'm going to look at. I don't know if the other two ARC Troopers that just came out as specialty exclusives have the thicker cardstock. I'll have to check once they arrive. The first sealed cases of figures with the thicker cardstock that I've been able to obtain are solid cases of this ARC Trooper figure. And as I was going through the cases that I ordered and pulling them out just to look at the figure, I noticed that many of them across multiple cases that I opened have this creasing on the right side of the card. It's a light creasing, it's kind of more like intense veining. And it was just weird that so many of these figures had them across multiple cases. And these were sealed cases, they arrived to me double boxed, and the outer shipping carton was fine. And then even the Hasbro boxes here were in good condition. And so it didn't seem like there was damage to the actual Hasbro box, but yet these were just either package damaged or maybe they were damaged inside the box. And so on the left, I have the box that those came in, and that's an example that's still sealed. And then on the right is a Bespin Leia box that is representative of how Hasbro has been shipping the figures since they relaunched the line. And you can see the dimensions there in millimeters of 162, 159, 244, and that's a very specific measurement millimeters of what the dimensions of the box is for the older figures that are on the thinner cardstock. I keep some of these boxes just to store extras, and so here's an example of the Ahsoka, which is shipped within the last year, and it has that thinner cardstock, and you can tell in person immediately how the ARC Trooper is thicker, and you can see it here in the video of how Ahsoka is so much thinner. The card is flimsier, it's very easy to bend it back and forth, compared to the ARC Trooper is much sturdier, a lot less give to it, and just has an overall higher quality feel to it. I feel like even the way this cardstock absorbs the ink is an improvement. They seem much more vivid and just saturated in color. It could just be the print of these figures, or the feeling of a thicker cardstock just makes it overall look better and feel better. So it's definitely an improvement to see that. And again, here's the box dimensions for what Hasbro has been using since they relaunched the series. And then if you look at the ARC Trooper, it is the exact same set of measurements. They have not changed the box, and even when you put them next to each other, they're the same. And what I noticed across all my boxes is this seam and some even bulging of the box, where it seems like the contents are starting to protrude from it a little bit, and there are these stress marks on various sides of the box. And so I think the thicker cardstock was not accounted for when they're packing up the cases, and those few millimeters of the thicker cardboard are going to add up when you have 8 of them in the box. And so I think Hasbro needs to make a minor but slight increase to the size of these boxes to accommodate the thicker cardstock, just in terms of for collectors to be able to get cards that are mint out of the box. I don't think or expect Hasbro to actually do this, but it would be interesting to see if this is something that Hasbro is aware of and if they plan to change. And also, if anyone else is running into this as well with these thicker cards of a lot more coming out with some bending and creasing to them. Let me know if yours are like this or if you're getting much better luck with a thicker cardstock in the comments below. And thanks for watching.